Today we're going to walk you through the ConnectSMART 2.19 installation guide. So you want to start by having Power Gadgets already installed, and you want to run the 2.19 executable. Hit next there. And you want to go ahead and extract this locally, and we'll move it later onto the network. Finish. And let's go ahead and browse to that location. And you want to locate the file in installation called setup.vbs, and you want to hit OK to that. And just click a key here, and that'll do the automatic installation. And the next step is to go to your ConnectWise server and log in there. And while you're waiting for SQL Management Studio to load, you're going to want to copy the contents of ConnectSMART into a network share. So we're going to copy this whole folder. And so I've found a place on the network that I want to have all these, and I usually throw it in ConnectSMART/ and then paste in the contents there. And then we want to navigate to that on the server here. And so once you've got that open, you want to go to the ConnectSMART directory, installation, SQL installation, and find the file that's called create user, and double click that, and that'll open it in the Server Management Studio. And the step here is you want this drop down. You're going to find CW Web App _, it's usually your company name, and then you want to make that change right here, and this is typed in with your company. And then you want to hit execute, and that'll create a user that all the gadgets can log into as. The next step is to find the scripts entitled ConnectSMART CW 2010, and then usually it's R4. Most people are on 2010.R4. You could find that info on the Today screen, top right hand corner of ConnectWise. Double click that as well. And you just want to make sure that this correct database for your company is selected, and then hit execute. And that's all the work we need to do on the server. The next step is you want to go to your environment variable pathing back on the workstation. And we're going to make two changes in here. You're going to find the one titled path and hit edit. And at the very end, you want to type in the name of your path that you've got in the network share. So in this case, we're here on the network, and we want to go into the scripts directory, and we want to copy that path right there. And you want to, at the end of this, hit a semicolon and then paste in that path. Sometimes you can also map the drive letter. But there can be no spaces in these pathing, so after the semicolon you want to type in / whatever your network path in it is. The other one we want is the gadgets directory, so go up a level and we'll copy that path as well. Let's let the computer look on the network. After you run a gadget, if it can't find it locally, it's going to look in that path next. Hit OK. The next one is PS module path. You want to edit that, and at the end of this you want to put a semicolon, and we want to paste in this directory right here. It ends with modules. Hit paste and hit OK. Once the pathing is set, the last step is to go into the connections folder, and you want to find the file populate module, right click and hit run with PowerShell. And it's going to ask you a couple basic questions. Your server name, the name of your database, and this is going to be your company. Next, you want to type in the user ConnectSMART, and next the password that's in the documentation. And next, it's going to ask you for the exact path of your modules file, which is found right here. So you want to shift right click, hit copy as path, and right click and paste it in there. You want to take away the quotes and hit enter. and that's going to patch this file right here, and it brings in all your board names, etc. Since this is a SQL query, you want to open this in WordPad in this case because some of the spacing is messed up. So we're going to open this and copy all this text, close out, copy this, close out of WordPad, and paste it, open it in Notepad, and you see how it's messed up. So we'll delete everything and paste in what we had from WordPad and just save and close so the spacing is right. Actually, before we close, you want to go through and make a couple trims if you need to. For example, your board names, your engineers, and tweak them to just the data you want to see represented in your gadgets. You can remove some names of your staffing, ones that you don't necessarily want to track, some agreements, ones that may be test agreements or things just used for testing purposes. And we'll close that and we'll run a gadget. And let's go back up a level into the installation directory in the tools, and you'll find a batch file called sample dashboard, which you want to click and run, and that'll just load a sample batch of gadgets to get you going. And you'll notice a lot of these gadgets come up with a frame around the outside in random places. You can right click them and put them in floating mode. That will pretty much embed them on the desktop, and next time the computer reboots, it'll remember that location. This is an editable batch file that you can just open in Notepad and type in the names of the gadgets you want to see and put it in your Windows Startup folder. For every time you reboot, that dashboard will come up if these are in floating mode, and they'll remember their location. And that concludes the 2.19 installation and upgrade guide.